it home, I dug her out, then I made her one of my aces. Marijuana fragrance, this tree here is outrageous. Want me to play in your city? Send an email to my agent.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 52 of the Utah Jazz Association here on NBA 2K13, and today we're going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, our biggest rival in this series. In the second to last regular season game, I'm going to be showing you guys, there's this game, and then I'm going to be showing you guys game 82 against the New Orleans Hornets, who are currently second in the West. We are first. The Thunder are third. Now, this is a bit different of a team than we saw last year. They're slightly different. They lost a couple guys. Tony Mitchell is gone. Their bench is a little bit different, but it's the same core group. Westbrook, Durant is there, Ibaka still, Jeremy Lamb starting at the shooting guard. So this is the first time we were going to test out the Steph Curry and Rajon Rondo backcourt against a team like this, because we really, the advantage we had last year in them was we had Iguodala and Paul George to shut down Westbrook and Durant. So we still have George on Durant. That should help, but we'll see if Rajon Rondo can try to contain Russell Westbrook this game. We'll see what happens. Westbrook really did have a field day on Iguodala in some of the matchups last year, so it's going to be very hard to contain him. Rondo, definitely not as good of a defender as Andre Iguodala, but hopefully, we can, we'll just see how it goes. I mean, really, that was the one big thing about when we did the Iguodala for Rondo trade was, could we still beat a team like the Thunder? So, either way, we win the tip, and it's 2-0 early on here. Utah on top. Westbrook taking the ball out of bounds. He's going to end up dishing it off to Jeremy Lamb. Lamb's going to drive to his right, pull up at the elbow, and put it home. So, it's 2-2 early on, and now George, top of the key, is going to end up calling for a screen here from Derek Favors. A little bit of a broken play here, but he's going to get into the lane, spin layup around the defenders, and put that one home. Paul George, very athletic, can really do some things around the basket using that athleticism. But Westbrook here's kind of the first test. Can Rondo kind of handle him? Well, Westbrook just muscles his way into the paint and puts that one home. So it's 8-8 early on here. Rondo on the rebound. He's going to dish it outlet to Steph Curry, and Curry's going to slam it down with two hands. We take a 10-8 lead. Nice outlet pass. I love to run the break with this team. When you have two point guards like this, it is really effective running the break. Rondo is a great fast break player. I always look for him on the break, but really when you have two guards like that, one of them's always going to look for the outlet pass, and one of them's always going to go up the court. So sometimes I give it to the guy with the outlet, but a lot of the time I'll give it to the guy going up the court and let him create. So, either way, 14-12 here. Withy gets an inbound steal up to Rondo, who will pass it up to Paul George. Wide open lane, who slams it down one hand. Tomahawk slam, cocking it back right here. Check out this vertical too. Paul George going up 31.9 inches. Duncan as Perry Jones trying to get in the poster. I don't know what he was going for, but here comes the Oklahoma City Thunder. 16-16. Casey Hill is in. Hill gives it to Jeremy Lamb in the corner for three, and that is the easiest three-pointer in all of basketball. You can't leave a guy like that open there. 19-16. Here we're going to try and answer back. Withy with the ball, using his passing ability to Curry. Down low to Favors, who gets the and one slam on Perry Jones. We have a tie. We have a chance to tie this game back up. Now it's 27-23. Kevin Martin makes a nice pass to Serge Ibaka. Ibaka finds a cutting Marquise Teague, another new addition to this team. Teague puts it home, so it's 29-23. We are going to roll the ball in, looking for Jamal Crawford to pick this one up and try to create something for someone. Crawford is going to end up dishing it off to Caron Butler, open for three, and Butler puts it home. Caron Butler, who struggled all the first half of the season, really could not get his three-point shot going, has found his stroke in this second half, and is really starting to improve for this team, helping out with that bench scoring that we desperately need. Here's a nice little steal. Jeff Withy, just such a great defender, such a great passer. I love having Jeff Withy on the team. Check out the sick bounce pass, though, from Paul George to Steph Curry. Let's take another look. Look at this, right under the hands of Jeremy Lamb. Curry right under the basket. Perfect execution by the Jazz right there. So here comes Anderson Terry trying to drive into the paint, do what he does best. He finds himself open for a mid-range, takes the 18-footer and puts it home. His first points of the game. Now it's 36-35. Westbrook with the ball, top of the key, over the three-point line. He's going to dish it off to Kevin Martin. Martin does a little through-the-legs dribble, steps back, and puts it home. So it's 37-36. Now 39-38. Westbrook with the ball, trying to extend the lead right here. Jamal Crawford is an atrocious defender, and Westbrook just easily gets by him right there. So it's a three-point lead, and now we try to get a steal back. Lamb tries to give it to Westbrook. It's stolen by Curry. Hibbert up to Curry, and Curry is going to put in the contact layup. He is a very good finisher in this game and in real life. It's one of his underrated parts of his game, but either way, Jeremy Lamb creating his own shot right there. He's going to end up rattling that one home. So they take a three-point lead once again, back and forth at this point, but keeping it close. I'm happy with where the score is right now. We give it to Favors in the high post. Favors finds a wide open Paul George under the basket, and George scoops that one home. So a nice cut there by Paul George. Nice pass by Favors. If you guys know me, I have a thing for big men who can pass. That's why I love Jeff Withey on this team. Hibbert going to work on the shorter DeJuan Blair. Now, Hibbert's post game is not nearly as good as it was last year, but he still can take advantage of a mismatch like DeJuan Blair covering him. Here's Steph Curry getting another dunk on the nice bounce pass from Caron Butler, and we take a 3-point lead of our own. Now it's 53-51. Westbrook puts up the full court prayer, and it's going to be wide left and short. So we're going to go into the half with a 53-51 lead. Very good half so far by the Utah Jazz. This would be a huge win, beating the Oklahoma City Thunder on their home court. A huge mental edge come playoff time. But here we go. Paul George trying to go to work on Serge Ibaka, and at one point I just decided to drift to the left, and that shot is absolute money for Paul George. 57-54. Westbrook with the ball being covered by Rondo, gives it to Lamb. This is another kind of mismatch we had to look out for. Steph Curry is not a good defender. Jeremy Lamb has really developed nicely in this game. 59-58. Lamb out to Westbrook being covered by Rondo. Westbrook starts to back him down, ends up dribbling out, and is going to finish the layup right there and one. Chance to take the lead for the Thunder. Now it's 63-59. Rondo trying to go to work on Westbrook, calls for the screen from Jeff Withey, and he's going to end up dishing it off to Withey under the basket, puts it home. Withey's first points of the game. Nice pick and roll right there. Great execution by the guys. 63-61. Westbrook looking for the screen from Jeremy Lamb. He's going to end up making the nice one-handed pass to Kevin Durant, and Durant puts it home. So it's 66-61, now 66-63. Can the Jazz answer back? Rondo with the ball. He's going to end up dishing this one back to Curry for three. Curry puts it up, puts it in! And we tie the game back up at 66. Now 68-66, Utah on top. Anderson Terry with the ball, second unit in now. Gary Harris for three, and Harris slams it home. 71-66. Now it's still a 5-point game, 73-68. Westbrook with the ball, trying to go to work on Terry, lobs it up for Durant, who lays it in right there. So an impressive chemistry play right there by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here we go, Derek Favors once again, high post being covered by Durant. He gets double teamed, finds Rondo open, and this is when Rondo started to get hot. He gets a little mid-range shot right there. His confidence gets going, and you're going to see Rondo start to take some shots as we head into this fourth quarter. I think Rondo will need to score more for us as we get in towards the later half of the season and into the playoffs. I'm starting to get his mid-range shot down. He does really have a nice 18-footer. I mean, it's only a 69 rating, but he does hit it effectively. Gary Harris with the slam, though. I believe that's the James Harden dunk package or whatever, because that looks a lot like a James Harden dunk. He slams it home, 40.6 on the vertical. Look at him in the long sleeves, getting hype. And now Anderson Terry dishes it to Jeff Withey for the 18-footer. Withey's no good, but Favors is there, and one on the putback slam. Derek Favors, an absolute monster on the boards. Here comes Steph Curry. It's a 9-point game. We're going to try and blow this one open. Dishes it to Paul George. Kevin Durant is not a good defender. George tries to spin around him, gives it to Hibbert down low. A great cut by Roy Hibbert, and we put it in right there. So now it's an 11-point game. Rondo tries to get the board, but DeJuan Blair is there and one. We know how much of a pest DeJuan Blair can be. The recently signed new Dallas Maverick in real life. I like DeJuan Blair a lot. I have high hopes for him. Well, not too high hopes for him, but I think he's a talented player, even though he's undersized and basically has no ACL in his knee. But Jeremy Lamb for three puts that one home, and the lead is back down to 8. Now it's down to a 6-point game. Curry in the corner, gets Westbrook in the air. He puts it up. He's fouled and one. Stephen Curry, huge clutch play. Look at him celebrating in Westbrook's face. We get the 3-point play. Now Curry gets a steal. Chance to extend the lead here. Curry, he's going to stop and pop for the mid-range, and he puts it home. So it's a 99-86 ball game at this point. 13 points. Rondo gets in the lane. He's being covered by DeJuan Blair. Blair doesn't step up, and Rondo puts it home. He's got 8 points. Probably the most points I've scored with him all season, quite frankly. Here comes Westbrook, though. He's going to try and get his team back in the game. Westbrook drives right, picks up his dribble, pulls up over Rondo, and his shot is so high-arcing. He really gets up there on that release, I should say, so it's hard to defend sometimes. But Rondo trying to get into the paint here. Dishes it to Derek Favors for the 18-footer, and Favors puts it in more like a 20-footer right there. He's got 20 and 13. What a game by Derek Favors. He's really stepped up as the best big man on this team. Roy Hibbert was definitely the superior last year, but Favors has been incredible this season. He's been extremely fun to play with. Curry gets the ball here. Bad mistake by Lamb. He leaves Curry open, and Curry makes him pay. The three-pointer, we're pouring it on at this point. It's a 17-point game. Hibbert on the boards. I'm not going to show any sportsmanship to this team. We are too big of rivals for that. We alley-oop it, even though there was no shot clock left. 110-91. DeJuan Blair would inbound this to Westbrook. Westbrook's going to dribble it up. He's going to take one last shot, but it will not matter because the Utah Jazz take home this victory, 110-91, beating them by almost 20 points on their home floor. What an embarrassing loss for the Oklahoma City Thunder. What a great win for the Utah Jazz. Huge confidence booster going into the playoffs. Like I said, we have the number 2 seeded New Orleans Hornets coming, or I believe we're going to New Orleans in the next episode. It's going to be the last game of the year. So that's going to be another big potential confidence booster. This team has struggled a bit this year. We've had a couple losses that I definitely regret, but the team is starting to come together. We really played well today. A lot of contributions from everyone. Really, you know, everyone's finding the role. Curry's scoring a lot now. Rondo's scoring a little bit more. He's also getting a lot of assists. Favors is becoming that beast rebounder. Hibbert, although doesn't get too many touches, he's very efficient. Paul George getting the ball in his hands a little bit more. Butler's starting to knock down his shots. Jeff Withey has improved so much. Anderson Terry's figuring out his game. I mean, everyone is just kind of coming together at this point at the perfect time as we head towards the playoffs soon. So we could be looking for a repeat title here with just a couple new pieces. It would be quite the feat to try and win back-to-back titles. So here you can see the team stats. We just dominated them. We ended up actually getting out-rebounded by them, but I don't know, we get out-rebounded a lot sometimes, even though I think our team is very good at rebounding. George is a good rebounder. We have two really good rebounding big men. Well, Hibbert's okay, but Rondo's a good rebounder. Even Curry gets 4 a game-ish, so it's surprising to see. But anyway, you can see the stats right here. That's pretty much going to wrap up this video, so I thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and this was Matt. Peace.